Welcome, folks. This is the second iteration of the Warchief series this week. So I guess I should explain for those who didn't watch the last video. New series through the Patreon, Hey Mighty Man, where people who sign up for the Warchief tier, which is the second tier, $5 a month, you can submit me a deck list to play on the stream. If I get a number of them, I'll have some sort of election on the Patreon. People can vote for what deck list they want to see played. This month we only had 2 submissions because it's the first time I've done this. So running these 2 deck lists. So I'm going to stream every Friday. 2 of those will be on my own lists, and then the other 2 will be these Warchief submissions. And so the idea is that we're going to break out of kind of the normal mode of me playing my own deck lists, that sort of thing, and get some little more variety on the show. And maybe, find out some new stuff. Like last time we had a crazy brew from Olaf Forkbeard of Rakdos Charm, Liquid Metal Torque, Rakdos Charm meaning to combo with Goblin Lackey. Didn't really come together, but we had some sweet games for sure. And we kind of discovered that Grim Wanderer might be playable, which is an interesting discovery. This month, we've got Dowws, or Mardok in the chat, who submitted me this kind of almost, it's quite like the modern version of the deck in a lot of ways in terms of construction. We've got 4 Snoops, 3 Harbingers. Instead of Ignoble Hierarch, we have Lackey. Kind of makes sense. We're still straight 2 colors, which I like. This list respects the mana base a good bit. We've got 17 red sources. Love to see it. We've got a basic swamp. So we've got just a lot more black cards, 3 more black cards than normal. Got a Volrath Stronghold, which is a combo with Conspicuous Snoop. And just really good with really grindy matches. I'm curious to see how Stronghold will perform. Yeah, no ports. Yeah. Which makes sense to me just because I think Port and Snoop really don't play well together. I like that change. Also, I just think Port's not very good right now. No pile drivers is also notable. 0 Mog War Marshals. We got double Gem Palm Incinerator, which I think is interesting with no Mog War Marshals. I'm a little worried about the efficacy of the Gem Palms. But I get the idea is that they're kind of bad when Snoop. They're kind of bad with Snoop in the sense of Gem Palms on top of your deck. You don't really want to cast it, whereas Expert you do. But if you have a dead card on top of your deck and you have Jump Home in your hand, the Jump Home's really good. Double Kiki, 1 Muxus, sideboard. We're prepared for Reanimator. We got 4 Ley Lines and a Lantern Lost and Maverick Trap. Hero Squad and Sharpshooter as 1 of Goblins. Pyrokinesis, 1 Blood Moon, and a bunch of Pyroblasts. So in that sense, somewhat straightforward. So let's hop right in the games. Sharpshooter Snooze. Is it? Because it doesn't gain the untap ability. So it's really just a 1 of ping. Which, is situationally fine. But I don't think that's not an activated ability, that's a triggered ability. Yeah. Yeah, so the shoot part is activated. The untap part is triggered. Kind of a bummer, I know. Sure everything sounds and looks right. Turned up the brightness on my camera so it's not so dark. I also got a new desk, so it's the magic of the screen. I am actually facing a completely different direction than normal. Desk is like twice the size now. It's so nice. I got this cool poster behind me, which looks a little weird on the camera. I was messing with the settings to see if I could stop the distortion a little bit, but it's not perfectly flat. But this is the text of the Aeneid, I don't think I could possibly show it on camera, but each of these is an individual word. How far it gets in the poem? Pretty far though. It's a lot of words. It's a pretty sick poster though. So this list is low on acceleration. It's a stable list, and we've got 5 basics and 6 fetches. So our mana should be pretty decent. I'm just a little worried about getting run over. With only 1 Skirk, 1 Warchief, no tombs or anything like that. But, you know, we'll see. Maybe we'll just turn 3 people a bunch. On the play, opponent last seen on Delver. This is a acceptable hand versus Delver. Opponent's on 6. Wasteland looks pretty good versus 6-card hand. Double Wasteland, OS. And we're gonna Mountain Skirk. No need to expose Cavern. No one's gonna Force of Will, Skirk Prospector. Throw one on the draw. Taiga. Uh-oh. Could be lands. And it's not bad against lands, a double Wasteland. Okay, it is lands. They have Loam too. Okay, well, they have the entire engine online, plus a Waste Lock on turn 1, so that's cool. Needed a Goblin Lackey start, not a Skirk Prospector start against this. If we draw basics, maybe okay. Yeah, double acceleration plus Loam plus Wasteland. And it's not like our hand was good against lands. And Prospector's good, but mono 3 drops. Irrelevant Gem Palm Incinerator. And the Spell Bomb. Alright. It's Wastelanded. Okay. Because the Yavimaya, if we play the Cavern and then they dredge into Dark Depths, we just lose, but I think we just need to preserve our Wasteland for a more relevant moment. Of course, double Dark Depths. Okay. Well, Spellbomb tells us that they're playing Saga. So turn 3 Lage with a removal spell with through a Wasteland. Pretty good. Blood Moon. Lantern of the Lost. Ley lines are merely okay. Sharpshooter is okay. Still punishing fire, so the ley line's fine. We'll just do this. It's a lot of 3-drops. It's like way too many 3-drops. Actually, oh no, we have basic swamp, so the expert's actually fine. Yeah, so like a lackey hand. I mean, if they had, depends on, I guess they had the spell bomb the whole time, so lackey hand doesn't even necessarily get there. You need a really good hand to beat that hand. Sort of a force negation or bust type draw. This hand just doesn't really do anything. Okay. So putting back, kind of want to keep the Trash Master for Saga reasons. But I also want to keep the Matron. I think I'm bottoming the Harbinger then, but Snoop combo could be a pretty good way to win through like Tabernacle. We could kill them in our upkeep. It's kind of tricky. I could just always. Yeah, just put back the Trash Master. I'm gonna lead unlucky here. This is not the type of hand you want against lands that is like praying for a Goblin Lackey to work. That's not a bad draw though. Ace check. I do wish this was a different fetch. Would probably get swamped there. Oh, that sucks. Okay, they don't have red mana. Shooter. So could just get Snoop. Cast it right here. Viling it in might be better. No. We'll cast it. Expert on top, okay. I want it to not be summoning sick. We're putting this in next turn. Grove. App. Yeah, it does die to red mana, but I think they're somewhat priced into killing the lackey instead. Yeah. Okay. Maybe they go for Dark Depths here. Do I want Expert? This does telegraph things. Yeah, that's the plan. Wait for them to crack map. See what they get. Or to get a sense of their playstyle than anything. Makes sense. Nice. All right. Okay. Kind of want one more. I'm a little worried about Reclaimer. I mean, Jump Home is better when Expert is irrelevant, like it was right there. Like Expert would have been, or Jump Home would have been better there than the Expert was. Three Wastelands. Don't think I can keep it, unfortunately. Three Wastelands is so many Wastelands, but it's just like, if it was three Wastelands and a Graveyard Hate card, I would probably keep it. But the fact that our Graveyard Hate is Ley Lines and the one Lantern, that sucks. All right. Okay. At least if they're gonna blast on my Vial, they lose two Reclaimers. Attacking. All right. Eats. I guess they're only 1/2s forever. That's nice. Decent draw if they attack again. So they probably have Punishing Fire, but the Lackey tanking the Punishing Fire is pretty good for me, considering double Snoop in hand. Yep. P-Fire to exile. Really want to draw a land here so I can double Snoop. Actually. Alright, we'll see if we can spike a 1-drop here. Alright. Jig is up. Okay, don't care about Maze of Ith. Think. That's interesting. Opponent activates Reclaimer, I just killed him here. Because they can't cast P-Fire unless I'm playing around Lightning Bolt, which I don't think I am. I'll do this right now to play around Yavimaya. I guess that would enter tapped anyway. You have a Lightning Bolt? I'm streaming every Friday now, is the plan. They did not say what formats were. They were vague about that. It has to be exactly Lightning Bolt. I don't think there's anything else. Glacial Chasm doesn't stop the combo. I was just looking at their deck, thinking about that they're dead, hopefully. If this doesn't work, things are going to get real tricky. Leylands were good this game. Slow down the Reclaimer. Yeah, nice. Nice, 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 nice. They probably had a crop rotation in hand, and so they were looking with the fetch to see if they had any outs. Yeah, I think lands would definitely be one of the matchups where Snoop combos shines, where it's so much easier to, like, I mean, that just makes sense, right? That a combo deck is better against a combo deck that ignores combat is better against lands than a deck that actually needs to swing in for lethal damage. What removal does lands have this 95? There's Punishing Fire, Pirate Spellbomb, Tabernacle, depending on how much you consider that a removal spell. Some lists occasionally play Lightning Bolt, though it is pretty rare these days. It was common during the Arcanist era. Maze of Ith. Vegan Time. I don't have that many 1-drops. I think I'm supposed to keep this. We got 2 basics. A turn 3 combo. Draw a black source. Okay, that's not Delver. That's not a land, though. Okay, that's a land. No, don't cast Plow. Bad. Alright, but we have Cavern on top of our deck. Is this Bant? Sylvan Library? Looks like Bant. This matchup is going to be worse, I think. I don't have a land for Ringleader. I don't want to get another 4-drop, because then I just like do nothing if I don't draw a land. I think I'm just going to grab another Snoop. I think this matchup is just not going to be good. Arrow. Yeah. They don't have a land. Interesting. Drawing pretty bad. Okay, there's another Snoop. Stuck up on removal spells in hand. Shuffle. Bending. Yep. Take my free card. Another Plow. Yeah, of course they do. Yeah. This is the problem with Snoop combo. This is the problem. We have a Harbinger on top of our deck that is essentially textless. We had neither acceleration nor mana denial. I mean, maybe this is just a mulligan, but when it goes to 8, they have 7 cards in hand. And their hand was very good, right? 3 removal spells, Uro on turn 5, plus a Sylvan Library. I can't even kill the Uro. Incinerator plus Expert. We've missed 3 land drops. Kind of sucks. We don't have a Caracas. I could have played maybe Harbinger from Muxus. Maybe that's actually the out. Yeah, that was actually the play. Harbinger from Muxus. But then like they're gonna remove the Screw Prospector and then the Muxus is stuck in our hand the entire game. Just gonna play out from here for info. I want to see if they're playing Loam. I want to see if they're playing Wasteland. Their hand is just all spells. Does not bode well. Maybe it's just to go for Ringleader there. I don't know. The fact that they didn't it's like Shark Typhoon maybe. Mm-hmm. No attacking with endurance. Okay. Smatic into the bile. Yep. This is our last Snoop. Of course. I'd save that jump home. Another plow. We have all 4 gone. Okay, Yorick Squad's gonna be good. Lantern, Fire Blasts. Trash Master's bad. Don't need 2 jump homes. Creator Maker's bad. Shave a Kiki Jiki, shave a Harbinger, maybe 2 Harbingers. Yeah, seems fine. That's not bad. Like, I could have played a little bit differently, but I just don't think it matters versus that density of removal. Like, just plow, ending, plow, ending, plow, ending, plus Uro every single turn. This is why I think haste is so important to normal goblins play patterns. Let's get a duel. And we still have a good curve here. Like, next turn is Snoop. Hold up Red Blast. Or cast a 1-drop on top of my deck. Ooh. That was nice. Ending the lackey? Sure. Alright, opponent has played 4 removal spells in the first like 3 turns. They're missing land drops. Let's Badlands or Swamp or Mountain. Quadruple red could matter if I want to go Snoop plus thing plus hold up Red Blast. Badlands. Do you also have a Force of Will? Okay. Alright. Those aren't bad. Alright, so we traded 1 for 1 4 times. But, I mean, imagine if these Snoops were Mugwort Marshals, right? Let's get to Urg Squad here unless they have the 3rd plow. And it has to be plow. They can't have prismatic ending on a 4. I think we're in pretty reasonable shape here. Opponent's mana is not good in this spot. They have double green spells they want to cast. Alright, we got the Prowl. Probably Blasted Dress down here. Give it the whole deck. Alright, 2 Hydroblasts? Bruh. 4 Quaddles. Snapcaster. They have an Uro in hand. It's quite appealing to take lands here. I could also take 3 Plows. Also, oh, they have no Force of Wills in the deck. I could take Forest. Could take Forest. Savannah. And then they can never escape an Uro. I think 3 hull breachers, 3 endurances. I don't think escaping Uro is necessarily their plan. Yeah, they have 2 chops, but then I have a wasteland, right? So they can only have a single green source at one time. They have missed land drops. Could just take the remaining plows. I don't know. Kind of. I like forest. Taking the forests cuts off Prismatica Vista as a land that fetches green. Of course. I'll push damage. They have a Druid Hull Breacher. They have 4 Hull Breachers in their deck. I took Forest Savannah. Nice. Okay. So they have 2 Hydroblasts, Jaces, 2 Just Down, 3 Endurance, 3 Hull Breachers. They converted to be pretty threat dense, so I actually want both Gem Palms. Gem Palm dodging Hydroblast is also relevant. Four Coatls is a lot of Coatls. I almost... Hey, Tony, thanks for the raid. I think Kiki's good as like a value card. I could definitely see cutting all the Harbingers. Yeah, Kiki's good against Dress Down. Game 3 against Bant control here. 4 ending, 4 plow, 2 Hydroblasts, 2 Dress Downs. No Containment Priests, no Mentors. I think Sharpshooter's just going to be too slow. Pyrokinesis, actually, in theory, not bad here, but I think it's going to be bad against double Hydroblast. Thanks, Tony. Congrats on the challenge win, by the way. I'm missing Pile Driver a lot right now in this against Dress Down, Hydro, million blue creatures. All right, Sand plays. So don't think I need to wasteland them. I also can cavern everything because they don't have any land hate. Ooh, that sucks, man. So extremely unlikely. Oh, interesting. Wow. File's a good draw. Gives you something to do. And I think I normally like wasting green, but I want to keep my vial around. I think I waste 100. Okay. But oh, they didn't have prismatic ending. That's cool. That's a good draw. I might flash in Coatl here. No. Okay. Now this is tricky. I want an expert here. If they have endurance. Also, if they have Hull Breacher. This plays into dress down, but I have a second matron, so it's not that big a deal. Like if they dress down this matron, then I get to attack. This is fine. They plow anyway, sure. Jace? Sure. The dead Jace. Immediate plus. Sure. They don't know what I want to draw. Oh, they activated it, so they did bottom it. All right. Okay. I think I got a ringleader here. It will give them a Jace, but it'll be a Jace at 2. Like I could get... No, expert doesn't even do it. 3+1, yeah. Ugh. Wow, that's pretty shit. That was a good draw. That's my opinion at Legacy Band next. It's Tuesday, not Thursday. Glad they're doing something. See how it goes. All right. How do I want to do this? Yeah, we don't know for sure that it's Legacy. Yeah, I think it's Cast Prospector time. I think I attack like this. Don't want to give up damage. And Jace is 100% to die no matter what, so I don't have to worry too much. I'll put the damage here in case their last card is, unless they have a plow. One of Jace. Yeah. It's fine. I thought it was a risk worth taking. Or not worth taking, rather. Sure. Yep. Alright. Muxus would be good. Kiki would be really good. Ringleader would be really good. Expert is mediocre. Yeah, I mean, if I had not pinged the endurance, I mean, maybe they had the plow. I don't think they did, though. Okay. Yeah, the ringleader hitting Prospector and nothing else is definitely why we're behind. Make sure I do this right. That's all 4 plows. So Lantern, Matron, Sling Gang. Okay, we can kill Uro. Sinking? Nope. Okay. I still want to do this first because, yeah. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So unless the last card is, unless they've got a Snapcaster over there. Yeah, Hull Breach is fine. Woo. Nice. All right, that was quite a grind. I could have, yeah, targeting the Jace instead of the Endurance to play around Plow is probably way higher upside because when they plowed the Pashalik on the next turn, I could have, I could have activated the Pashalik, sacking Matron, Prospector, and Pashalik. So I would convert. I'd basically be trading 1/1, 1/1 with upside for 2 damage. Well, and Pashalik for 3 damage, 2 1/1s, and a plow, which would be a good exchange. Yeah, that was definitely a good Snoop. Cycling through these useless lackeys in the late game, pretty clutch. We beat 4 plows, Endurance Jace, Hydroblast, Uro getting escaped twice. Once we countered, the other we killed. That was nice. Oh yeah, and the whole breacher, yeah. Quaddle like kind of died incidentally from the Pashlik ping. And our matron got dressed down, and the second matron got ringleader, and the ringleader hit only Prospector. But the ringleader dealt like 8 damage or something. Definitely a satisfying game. I was feeling like we were going to lose it once the Euro showed up. Well, I was worried once the ringleader bricked, basically, and then... Well, I mean, like, hitting the Prospector was still good because we had Pashlik in the hand, so it enabled the Prospector to be more than just a 1/1. So I think that kind of shows, like, Prospector's merit in grinding matchups. Pretty drastically increased with both Muxus and Pashlik. Just has much higher utility. I think I have to mulligan this. Okay. geeky. Both because if we draw the second one, then we can't combo. I don't know what my opponent's on. Background C. Doomsday. Like resolving is nice. Underground Sea is almost universally a combo land these days. Yeah, I mean, we bottomed 2 lands and a Pyroblast. So it's not like the Pyroblast would have burned brick. The lands would be, but it's like it's just so hard to like think about that, right? Because it's like, well, one of them was a fetch land, so we wouldn't have drawn some number of those cards depending on where in the 4 it was. So it's like, you know, Catacombs. Is this Tess? These are the situations where you really wish you had Ancient Tomb. Yeah, it looks like Tess. Because then I'm probably just dead anyway. But Tomb would let you go, like, if they went like Wishclaw Pass, I could go Cavern or Tomb Matron for Trashmaster attack, put in Trashmaster, blow up, sacking Matron. Oh, I just have Echo. Okay. Well, speaking of Trashmaster, I have a lot of floating mana though. It's kind of extremely difficult to brick there. I haven't seen Tess in like actual months. Tess's mana base is now somewhat Blood Moonable, which is interesting because they're usually playing 5 colors. Really? They're so close to Tendrils and they had to go. Oh, their hand is literally all lands. Okay. Wishclaw 1. Oh, just main deck Tendrils. Assuming they have main deck Tendrils. Alright, my big trap. Fire Blast, Yoga Squad. Leyline is like, let's see how much we want to cut. Yeah, I could slot in 4 Leylines pretty easily. Yeah, the blasts are very good, both for cantrips and for hitting echoes. Like last game, Pyroblast has been really good. Yeah. Lightline's very mediocre, but no, it's not. All right, let's keep this and hope that they kept a hand that needed Echo. Actually, hope we top deck Lackey. Like our 7. Just keeping off Pyroblast is like a thing you're allowed to do. Okay, that's an okay sign, I guess. It's possible I should put back the Sling Gang as a to keep another red source. Oh, they don't have a land? Okay. Alright, so I will fetch, because I put a bunch of lands in the bottom of my deck. I'd like to draw red source. Okay, there's Lackey. Okay. I can just put Slinking in play to make Ad Nauseam as bad as possible. Terrifying Brainstorm. I mean, I think the ley line is the reason we're alive as much as we are alive. Okay. Beat the Wasteland. Got there in the Moldifor. That's kind of cool. Submit. You know what? I'm gonna keep it. We have Leyline plus Wasteland or Lackey, and mostly good top decks. I think if they crack their fetch and pass something, I'll just Wasteland them. Unless I draw like Muxus or something. This is a pretty noticeable kind of hand where another land, you say. So the reason I'm going to play fetch over Cavern is that if I draw a Reb, I want to be able to go Wasteland plus Reb. Chain of Vapor. Yeah, like Kiki Jiki is like an abysmal draw here. Like it makes my top decks even better, but it's not good. Whereas Muxus is insane. Please don't kill me. Alright. It's not auto yield. Bluff having something. Ponder Shuffle. Ponder Shuffle, no land. Ponder Shuffle. Muxus, Slinking. Matron. Good enough for me. Standard answer Leyline. I mean, Leyline's not really that good against Test most of the time. Oh, geez. But Chain of Vapor, the common one. Holy shit, they're dead. Okay. They cut Chain? Yeah, Leyline's usually a speed bump. I think the Wasteland's probably doing more, though they probably have an Echo stuck in their hand. Nice. That's a pretty sicko Muxus. Like, I almost just got Sling Gang to be safe, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just 11 Goblins in play. It's really hard to Ad Nauseam from effective 5 with the Leyline in play. And we can gain 1,000,000 life. Rio? I mean, obviously, we top decked one of our, I guess it's Sling Gang, 4 Matrons, Muxus. So 7 Trash Master rolls would be good. One of our 8 best draws. Yes, simply point at the scoreboard. All right, so we beat. What was round 1? Lands. Lands, Bant control, Tess is a pretty good mix to beat. Can definitely say that much. I think I cut all the ringleaders. Pretty sure I did. Because just like outside of, I mean, that's kind of true for a lot of cards in the deck where it's like outside of Lackey, they're bad in the test matchup. Like Jiki, Muxus, these sorts of things. But it's like, even if you ringleader in, or Lackey and ringleader, it's like good, but not insane, whereas the other cards are usually insane. And you can also run into issues where if you have too many of those kinds of cards in your deck and they just like abrupt decay your Lackey or something, you just get absolutely bodied. Yeah, the one mismatching ley line. Yeah, I let my friend borrow. I think he needed 2 ley lines to fill out what he wanted, and I let him borrow 2 of mine, so I ended up. And then I opened this one in a chest, so I'm back to a full set of ley lines, but they don't match. Singleton Leyland? No, I'm not that crazy. I do play 2 Leylands often, but that's usually to complement. It's usually like 2 Leyline, 1 Grafter's Cage, 1 Lantern of the Lost, or something like that. And so, like, because in some matches, all those cards are basically the same card, though slightly faster, slightly slower, so not exactly the same. But like Cage is good against Elves and Green Sun decks. Lantern is good against you know, the Uro Loam decks mostly. It's okay against Oliver. G-Hash, thanks for the follow. Oh. Interesting. Interesting. All right. Yeah. That is really funny. Runs on 62 cards. I don't know what that means. Ancient Tomb. Uh-oh. I don't like people starting with 4 mana on turn 1. That's not encouraging. Okay. I don't want to draw a land here. Alright, hopefully don't get, like, Echo killed. Prospector. Sadly not free to play here. Though it often is. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Karn. Sure. Get LED. Get LED. Fuck. Come on. Like, what the fuck is this draw? Yeah. Okay, this is the version with forces. Yeah, I mean, all right. We're dead. The combo should be really good here. Not really. I don't think I need Mindbreak Trap on the draw. I mean, on the play, rather. Yeah, Sharpshooter probably should not be in the deck. With one Warchief. It's just so hard to get online. I like it for Psy. The combo with Sling Gang. It's less cut here. It's just too slow against this version. Also gets Pithing Needled. Oh, it says Blast and 2 Wastelands. Pretty good top deck potential. Like, worth keeping, honestly. Iron Core. I have turn 1 Karn. Toxic. I have a second Wasteland if there's a Saga. Sure. Please don't have LED Echo this turn. Nice. Okay. Okay. I think Days Undoing top of Echo is staying. Kind of makes the ley lines a bit worse. Because it's not like Leyline stops them from wheeling you. I realize 2 ley lines really weird, but I don't really have other cuts. I have 7. This doesn't have a Wasteland, but I do have Cavern, Blast. A little slow. Decent top decks. Too slow on the draw. Really bad against Karn. Okay. Eat. Put Leyline back. No. Oh. Okay, these draws have not been good. Would feel better with an expert in my hand in this memory trap. Probably, maybe not necessarily. Telekinesis on top. Still really want to land. I think it's Pithing Needle. We can beat Pithing Needle. Mox. Okay. Spell Bomb. It's a good hits. Need to fade Days Undoing. Come on. Such horseshit, man. I should have mind break trapped when I did. I mean, I had the expert. I would have won if I had expert, actually. Finding the spell bomb off of the Narset. Didn't force negation. Why? Coding. It doesn't seem right. Oh, this. Shit. Yeah, I'm dead. I think that, yeah. It's just the spell bomb. I think yeah, I think we would have won if we just faded the spell bomb there. Or drawn a blast. But also, I don't know, 8 force for the mind break trap is kind of crazy. The light line was obviously good, right? It bricked like there's like 2 echoes, maybe 3. I hate losing to that deck because I feel like, you know, this Goblin's a deck that just has no cares for the anti-draw effects by themselves. They only matter with the wheels. And you have lots of interaction for the wheels. It's really slow. All right, final round. See if we can get the 4-1 here. Bulk. Monkey. Don't care if this is dazed. I'd rather just not get wastelanded. That's all right. Jihash. I think I could have put back. I had the combo in my hand. I just didn't have the land for it. The spell bomb was really good there. Spell bomb was pretty game winning. All right, need to fade another bolt. Thank God. All right. Kind of annoying they exiled an expert. Expert's one of our best draws. kind of like, honestly kind of hope that they kill the expert here to try to get Ragavan in. Yeah. I put an expert back off of my Okay. Okay, sure. Off of my mulligan. And the expert might have been able to kill the Narset. That could have been a punt by me. Alright, opponent. Hope your last card's not Lightning Bolt. Or like Iteration. We'll see what it is. Hopefully, I can't believe I'm saying this. Hopefully it's Murktide. Porzan, fix the fault. God damn it, of course, Iteration. Alright, I take 9. Also, I guess if the Pyrokinesis was a Fury, we could have killed the Narset. Brainstorm. Okay. Need to fade Wasteland. Still. Have a land on top of our deck. What? Need to fade Gutshot. So past end step. I guess it doesn't matter. We're dead. We're dead in the air, so it doesn't actually matter. Can't play around anything. I don't like that my opponent's not F6ing. Alright, one more for fun. No Gutshot. Okay, thank God. Thank fucking God. Okay. Delver. Well off. We're 3-1 this Legacy League. Became against Delver with Snoop combo. Combo's been decent. We've done it a couple times. The lack of Mugwort Marshals is going to be rough in this matchup. Do I just cut the combo entirely? I feel like I don't have enough threats to actually do that. Got a ringleader. Good. Yeah, maybe this is fine. I want to leave in the Warchief. But I could also leave, maybe I'm supposed to leave in Muxus or Kiki, number 2. Alright, well, this one's gotta go, I think. Unfortunately, double cavern. Legend mulligan away the Kiki. Maybe wanted a pyrokinesis on the draw. Vile and double lackey next turn. Okay, didn't want to draw Blitzsteinmeier. Delver. Double Delver. And Wasteland. Brainstorm. Kinesis would be pretty game ending, like right there. They break on lands. Could survive. Alright, iteration's not castable. That's pleasant. Ooh. Did brick on lands, it looks like. Nope. Edge. Well, if we draw a really good card, we can Cavern Outreach for Expert, connect with Lackey. Like, if we draw an Expert, that'd be Arbalest. Okay. That's not bad. Seems I have to unfortunately let them resolve iteration. Yeah, we're definitely trading. I don't think I can afford to blast a Delver. So I think I'm Cavern Matron, Expert, a Delver. I have to save this for... Murktide. I think the last card in hand is a Daze. Probably. That would actually be a pretty reasonable assumption. Lead on balance. I think that's... What does that really accomplish, right? Like, I'm gonna waste it back down to 3 lands anyway. I think we just need to stabilize. It sucks to give them the iteration, but we do have the top deck. But like, if we draw another Expert, then we can use our blast on our Murktide. Just going to 9 is just, I can't really go lower than 9. Okay. Not greedy. Let's go. So the hand is iteration unknown. I blast this Delver. I think I am. This is maybe a bit of a punt on a matron, but as soon as they cast iteration, it becomes a 3/3. It's dangerous. Go to jump home. Got a lot of draws. Okay, if they play iteration this turn. Okay, all right, we're safe. Yes, this is Dow's list. Steam vents. Sure. Wander. Okay. Shuffle. Let's leave it on 3 because of Pashlik. More matrons. Oh, that's like a huge punish, but okay. Okay. Exile my own thing. In case they randomly turn out to be. Oh no, it doesn't matter. Oh, that's a banger. Don't want to give them Ragavan equity. Okay. Maybe it's supposed to hold that vial because of meltdown. No, I want it. I want the other one taken up. Their hand must be Murktide stuck in it. Oh, double Power Blast. All right. Now I'll basically blast anything. Hmm. Bolting face, so scary. Alright, this is Murktide. Nice. All right. 2-0 Delver. Mikiki. Just get Pile Driver. Copy Pile Driver, swing for lethal. All right, that was a pretty... So we lost the 5-0 by 1 game. Arguably punted by putting back Expert. Oh, right, no, Pile Drivers. Snoop did actually do work in the combo, got us through some of the more uninteractive games. Like, I think, I've been pushing the idea that interaction can be overrated versus Delver. And I think that game 1 is a good example of that, where it's just like, they just had mono threats. Just infinite threats. And we were on the draw, I think, right? And like goblins can't present that much interaction to survive like 5 creatures on turn 2. It's like just the zoo draw. But our lackeys like absorbed we absorbed a bolt with a lackey, and that's like the only interaction they had for us. Because we had Cavern for everything else. I think they probably brainstormed Counter Magic back. We'll say thank God for London Mulligan. Am I softening up to Snoop? I mean, we definitely saw like both sides of it, right? Like in game 1 against Miracles, the Snoop just being a 1-for-1 creature was really bad because opponent just had ending plow, ending plow, ending plow over and over again. And we never really got to draw any cards off of it because it died immediately. And we never got to pull off the combo because opponent had so much removal. Whereas a Mogwar Marshal would just be like annoying them that entire game and dealt a lot of damage, whereas everything else kind of happened around the Mogwar Marshal, you know what I mean? But then game 3, the Snoop, not Snoop combo, but Snoop finding like, all right, play Snoop with like 5 lands in play, 6 lands in play, and then, okay, like on top, cast that. An opponent had spent all 4 Swords of Plowshares already. So it was really good in like the very late game because they only had 1 Snapcaster. So it's just like lackey, oh, Sling Gang's lost out my deck, oh, you're dead. I liked running. I mean, Gem Palm was definitely like both good and bad at points. Yeah, I mean, so how many times did we combo? Let's check that. Okay, definitely. All right, so this was game 1 against lands. We got bodied like immediately. Just like played a Mountain Screw Prospector and then never got to make another play. Believe we comboed this game. Now, this is an interesting thing that opponent didn't really respect the combo. Like they could have just Pyrite Spellbombed the Snoop there, but then they would let a lackey hit them, which is something you're generally not allowed to do. With 3 cards in hand, though they knew about Expert, so more or less 2 cards in hand. And then we just get to threaten the combo at all times. And then as soon as they crack the map, they die. So combo in turn 5 with Lackey eating 1 removal spell. And also the combo ignoring Maze of Ith is relevant. And then game 3, the ley lines were good. And just making the Reclaimers much worse. Lackey ate the P-Fire. Have the combo. Ignore Maze of Ith and the blockers, turn 5. Turn 4 even. So 2 combos there. I think we lost this game. Like, we tried assembling the combo. This is, I mean, no, we were on the play. I think this is a fine keep. I think this is a fine keep. If I knew I had a land on top of my deck, I'd probably matron for Ringleader there, but... Plow ending. Still no land. Maybe I'm supposed to cycle Incinerator there. Another plow. Probably supposed to, I don't know. And it's just that it's turn 7. We're finding our 4th land drop. And that's 3 plows, 2 endings. This hand was really good. So Vial eats the removal spell. Wow. Okay, that was good. A good Snoop. So we drew a card. Has double removal. Draw 2. 2 pretty good ones. Just squad them. Blast the dress down. Take green sources. Now Uro is not really a concern. Plus they've been missing land drops, so they're just want to make it less likely for them to draw land. If they go for the block, kill the whole breacher. The 6. At this point, I don't really have. Yeah, squad could definitely is always pretty legit against control. I think it trades 1-for-1 with endurance. It's kind of mediocre against dress down, but you still get a 5/3 for 3, which is not bad. And then taking Uros or like the loam, taking the loams in the wasteland, or taking the loam and the wastelands is good. This was a good sequence there. They didn't have the ending there. Another lackey. Oh yeah, this was the... Yep. Yeah, I think I cut the combo, right? Yeah, all right, so we cut the combo in game 3. Yeah, this is an awkward situation that is somewhat caused by wasting the Tundra over the Trop. Like, still not really. They can just get another Trop. So yeah, actually, it doesn't really matter. So we played into dress down because we drew another land. Or another matron, rather. They had plow anyway. So 2 plows for 2 lackeys. Generally what we want. There's Jace. Upticks. Bottom's a thing. Draw land. Go for Ringleader. And the Ringleader kind of bricks. The Prospector is a card with Pashlik. Draw the Pyroblast, which is really nice. So I split the damage. These 2 at Jace, this at them. I think that's fine. Because we know we can kill the Jace no matter what. And I think the most likely thing is them going to go flash in Endurance, of which, or Hull Breacher. You know, we saw 3 of both. Or Ice Fang. There's 4 Ice Fangs. So here's Endurance. What if I send all 3 towards Jace? It's kind of wasting damage, though, isn't it? Like, because of the combination of Pashlik. And I save one the Prospector. Kinda, yeah. Okay, the Hydroblast Matron. To save the Jace. And then that. Okay, so the Pashlik targeting is the question. Okay, so if their last card is Plow, or one of their 2 cards is Plow, the 3rd Plow. No, you're right. Targeting the Endurance is strictly wrong, because then I just sack the Pashlik and ping the Endurance then. And then it's 3 damage, +1 for... Oh, then Jace doesn't die. So I'd have to sack... Yeah, they would target Ringleader with Hydro. Rather than... Right. Yeah, okay, so yeah, I should ping Jace for 1. And then if they have Plow, I can... Yeah, okay. Yeah, ping Jace for 1, sack. That dies, and this kills Jace. Okay, no, we're fine. I think the 1/1 Matrons at Jace, Ringleader at face split is correct. And then I just should have targeted Jace here, because if they do have Plow this, sacrifice this, then ping this. The Jace is at 1, this dies to the Gem Palm, draw a card, Matron finishes off Jace. And they take 2. Because then I just have to sack the Matron for no reason. And if I kept the Matron, then I have 1 more Goblin in play this turn. And I Plow here. Then I go 2 mana, sack. Sack. Ping down to 12. Make 2 tokens. So they're at 12, and then I have 4 damage in play. Play library. So they'd be at 8 to 11. Down to 7. Yeah, Sharpshooter should not be in the deck. So they're at 7 here. I have 1 more body on board. They would take 5 instead of 4. They go to 2 here. Is that right? That can't be right. I lost track of the count at some point. I think Sharpshooter can work. You just need oh, also the reason I sequence this way is dress down. By the way, you can dress down expert, but not jump home. And then this Snoop kills them. The shuffle effect. The shuffle effect was really good. Sandbagging the fetch. Okay, this was Tess. We did not combo once during against Tess. Wheels. Kind of slow hand. Got just turn 2 wheeled. Plus Karn. Had the combo. Did we comboed game 2 versus Tess? I'll double check, but I don't think we did. We comboed this game. I mean, lost that game. We didn't combo. We tried to, but we were 1 mana short. Yeah, let's check this one again. We lost game 1. Oh, this is the Mold of 4. The ley line saved us. Go Lackey. So for whatever it's worth, if this is a pile driver is a lot more castable and kills them next turn. Like, yeah, they conceded, but if the game were to continue, the pile driver would actually give you lethal. I don't think anyone's gonna. I mean, if people boarded in surgical against me and surgical my sling gang, which ended up in the graveyard, how? Oh yeah, this is just in boxes. All right, so we did not combo against us. And we comboed once against Delver, so that's 1 combo, 2 combo, 3, 4 times. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think. So we got the Sharpshooter. The deck did feel a bit clunky. I really wish there was like red mana accelerant that isn't Chrome Mox or like Sibian Spirit Guide. You know? I really hate Chrome Mox. Could play another Prospector. I don't love. I think the Warchief is maybe a waste of a slot because with all these red cards, it's really. I mean, I do like a 1 Warchief in Modern, but different format. Yeah, yeah, ignoble, yeah. But I really don't want to splash green. Really don't want to splash green. The splash doesn't even like in Modern. It's not even very stable, and I don't even want to do it. I don't want to do it in a format with Wasteland. Yeah, second Prospector is kind of what I'm thinking. Like we just want to lead on a 1-drop, and then could cut the second Jump Palm. I think. I mean, it was good when we drew it for the most part, but we cycled it away. Yeah, the thing is, yeah, Warchief doesn't reduce the cost of a lot of the deck. Like, almost half of the deck is unaffected by Warchief reduction, which just does not seem like great deck building. Yeah, yeah. I that's why I like it too. Is like you can play Warchief, and if you untap with Warchief and you have 4 mana, you can just go Snoop Harbinger in the same turn. Hobgoblin, the Bandit Lord. I think that's a meme. I tried him once and he's just like not good. Yeah. Senor Hobgoblin. Maybe like Battle Cry dude would be better. Oh, the new goblin? The new goblin would probably be better in this list, yeah. The leaked thing from Kamigawa. Oh no, you're thinking of that one? Okay. Hobgoblin, yeah. I just don't think you have enough token generators to make the activated ability worth it. But 2/3 Lord is nice. We'll say that much. I would maybe just cut the second Gem Palm. I think it's between second Gem Palm and Warchief. They got shot the Harbinger. Yeah. Goblin Wizard. Goblin Wizard. Wait. Hold on. Good versus Prismatic Ending and Plow decks. Just saying. Good with Snoop. Good with Snoop. Wait, that's actually hilarious. If you have Snoop and you have a Goblin Wizard on top of your deck, you could just tap it and tap the Snoop and put in like, you know, a Muxus or whatever. I wonder if this card's playable. Oh, it itself. Oh, I always thought that it itself had protection from white. I always thought it itself had protection from white. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Bummer. It'd be so sick if it... That's so disappointing. Bummer. Goblin Settler? Nah. It's never been a good card. Any aristocratic sack style. I mean, I've definitely played lists that are heavy. They play like 2 to 3 Pashliks, 2 to 3 Slingangs, and a bunch of Mogwai Marshals. Sometimes with main deck Cabal Therapies. You do something like that, but I don't think it's optimal right now. Goblin Outlander. Yes, it does have pro white. You're not wrong. Reanimator Goblins, Fisher Wizard. Yep. What's the last sideboard card here? We went 4-1. Coca Jambone. I went 4-1, and we lost to a pretty all-in Echo deck with like Days Undoing and Echo the Eons. We had Leyline for Echo the Eons, and then we got Days Undoing with Force Protection on Narset. It was pretty rough. We were very close to comboing them, but when we got Aether Spellbombed off of the Narset too, so the Narset was just like really good. Flame Blitz? Is that the 5 mana or 5 damage to Planeswalker? I think Needle is like almost always a good. No, I don't think you want this card. Planeswalkers aren't the problem at all, I think. Especially not things that don't happen in response. Like this won't save you from an Narset thing. You know, it's the end step. I think Needle is a very good bet for any sideboard, basically. Goblin Planeswalker would be fairly sick. I would also maybe cut the 4th Leyline. Like I think in both the matchups we had Leyline in, I didn't want to board in all 4. So I think you could cut a Leyline for a Blast. I just really like Blast. You could play Duretti. 5th Blast, maybe a Fury or a 3rd. I don't think you want 3rd Pyrokinesis. Yeah, I think this is what I would do. So, thank you so much, Dowws, Michael. I hope you enjoyed this league. Pretty sick games, gotta say. If you're watching and you want to get your list featured on the stream, you can ! Patreon and subscribe to the Warchief tier and submit a list to me, and I will pick 2 of those that are submitted, or rather, people will vote on the 2 for February. So I'm gonna stream every Friday. 2 of those Fridays each month will be submitted deck lists. How's this compared to normal lists? So this is what I've been doing in normal goblins. I'll put normal. Big fan of Ancient Tomb right now. Because I feel like acceleration is just like a big part of the format. And I think Warchief's really good right now for similar reasons why Snoop was successful today, in that other cards absorbed the removal for it, and then it was able to kind of do its thing. Pile Driver and Warchief do similar things, though it's like damage, not cards. Instead of direct combo that requires you to play a bad card, you get a consistency, basically. Oh, why off Grenzo? I wanted to cut a red card, honestly. I wanted another card that worked better with Tomb. And so I've done multiple leagues with this version. Once running Sharpshooter, once running Grenzo, once running 2 Crater Makers, once running 60. And I think the next thing I'm going to try is just 2 Pashliks. So that's what I've been doing. Just hate Basic Swamp. I think it's okay right now. I wanted a Basic Swamp because of the opposition agent and the fact that against the loam decks, like the control loam decks, you are forced to fetch black because you need expert to be online for endurances, and like against the Green Suns versions, you know, they have all sorts of creatures. And getting wasted off that is really, really bad. And the Basic Swamp, just once you have 2-3 mountains in play and a swamp, you can more or less function pretty perfectly, because you can go, you know, Warchief into Pile Driver just off of 4 mana and 3 red sources. You can go 2-drop plus Expert. You can go Ringleader, Sling Gang. You can play all of your important spells and do combos of cards. 3 mana is just short of actually doing that, and so the waste lock matters a lot more. Um, the records have not been insane. I haven't 5-0'd. I've had a bunch of 4-1s and 3-2s. But I feel good about the list because most of the decks I've been losing to have been like really off meta stuff. Like I played against like a mono white stompy deck that had main deck Hushbringers and like Force of Virtue and Chancellor the Annex to pitch to Force of Virtue. Like really silly stuff. The scoreboard, I've beaten them 2 out of 3 times. But then I think they have 4 main deck Hushbringers. I've lost to Mono Black Reanimator. You know, it's like I had Leyline plus Grafiter's Cage, and then they play Liliana Liliana Last Hope into Liliana the Veil. It's like, okay. So most of my losses have been to off-meta decks, and I've been beating most of the meta decks. The Delver matchup still isn't quite as good as I wish it was. I've been trading like a little ahead against Delver. But I would like to have like a really good Delver matchup. I hope the second Pashalik should help with that. I do think Goblins is better than it was because I'll play against the control decks over Delver vast majority of the time, and that blue-white red deck that has gotten really popular. Goblins just like obliterates that deck. That matchup's like such a buy. How's the opposition agent been? I was good against elves. I snagged a green sun for 2, Soul of Visionary. I did end up losing that game, but mostly because on the prior green sun, they got the green sun for 2, and I had a violent 3, and a violent and matron got expert playing around Collector Oof. But I should have expected that it was Julian, most Equid Elves players cut Oof post board. And I think if I just gotten Ringleader or Sling Gang or like kind of anything else, just like expert was really bad in the long term, and I eventually died to hardcast Hoof, like just natural Hoof in the hand. So like it's not like natural order was ever drawn, which is kind of a bummer. But I just needed like I flooded out a bit, drew 2 lackeys. It was like land lackey were my draws. And eventually died to just 8 mana Hoof you, which was kind of frustrating. You don't get any card in their deck, right? So if my opponent plays Green Sun for 2, you can exile something that Green Sun for 2 would get. Right? So it's not like, so if they cast Natural Order, you can exile any of the green creatures. If they cast Green Sun for 1, you can get any of the green 1-drops or Dried Arbor. But it is play, not cast. You control your opponents while they search. It's weird wording. So it says while opponent is searching their library, you can exile each card they find, but you control their search. But in theory, I like Opposition Agent because it's the rare card that covers. I hate losing to like green-white depths. That matchup is so bad. But I think Opposition Agent bricks a huge amount of their deck because their deck is just like all tutors: Green Sun, Reclaimer, Crop Rotation, Knight. Yeah, it should work with that should work. Yeah, if your opponent activated a Reclaimer or a Knight and you flashed an Agent response, you'd be able to get any land. A particularly sick way to pose them would be if they have a depths already in play and they activate something or cast Crop Rotation, and then you Opposition Agent and get a Thespian Stage, and then you Thespian Stage their depths. That would be pretty awesome. And they can't like crop rotate for Karakas or anything. But yeah, this has been doing pretty well. I've been pretty happy with this. Honestly, you know, Snoop could be in here as a one of, you know, just as value Snoop. Like the value Snoop was pretty good in those other games, though he did mostly combo. And the value Snoop is bad when you don't have a lot of mana, which is a problem. It's not good with Vile, not really. But enough of that. Thank you, Dowws, for submitting. Oh, let's open your chest. Let's gotta crack the chests. Cabal Therapist, wrong NH2 card. Consuming Blob. Consuming Blob. Kind of Tarmogoyfy. Yeah, it's like a 5-mana Tarmogoyf that makes no Tarmogoyfs. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I don't really want a red card. It's like I want, but I don't want. Myria the Sky Ruin. Okay. Not great chest so far. Henny, 10 play points, and a Revealing Eye avatar. All right, last chest. Renin 6. Flavor text appropriate. Art on that's kind of sick. All right, well, bans on Tuesday. Maybe, you know, hopefully. Kamigawa spoilers next week. Goblins are confirmed in the set, so we'll see what we get. Hopefully we get something good. Let's see who we're gonna raid here. No, it's Fun Legacy. I do somewhat intentionally stream around this time because no one else is streaming Legacy around this time, but it makes it hard to raid people. I guess we'll raid Jim. Goblin in Spirit. All right. Have a good night, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. Check out the YouTube channel for the VOD if you missed any important games. All right. See ya.